What's up everyone? This is going to be a really quick tutorial on the new Millstone Mayhem strat. And this strat is kind of wonky. There's a couple aspects that are, kind of difficult to pick up on just from watching a video. So I wanted to make a quick tutorial on this. So let's go ahead and just watch it real quick and then I'll break it down from there. Now immediately you'll notice that, rather than taking damage by following the Crusher down the slope, we're actually going to be taking damage on the slope as he comes down to our right. And rather than running into Crusher as Diddy, we're going to need to do a back boost there for a specific reason. And the end of the stage is pretty much the same. But if done properly, the strategy saves about half a second over the old strat. So breaking down what we're doing here, let's get rid of this TNT. It's going to be in our way. Swap to DK. This is the cue. These are the cues that I use. There's probably multiple ways to do this, but I do this very specific roll with DK, and I'll explain that in just a second. So I roll until I'm fully past the tire, and then turn back to the right and wedge myself in this corner. And then from this point on, I'm just watching the Crusher, and I'm going to use his hand and the TNT barrel as my cue. So once his hand is almost touching the left edge of the TNT barrel, I'm going to do a big jump up the slope here. Now, the reason that we didn't do this strat before, even though it's in the task, is because normally when you jump up the slope here, you fall down it faster than the Crusher comes down it. So he never catches up to you and never lets you take damage on the slope, which is effectively what gives you the super jump storage. So here we're going to jump based on the cue with this hand that I mentioned. And once we're up in that spot, we're just going to mash ground slaps. So if you watch the input display, I'm going to be tapping Y here. Only have to do it a couple times there because I timed it pretty well, but each time that we do a ground slap is going to stall us on that slope and allow the Crutcha to catch up to us and get that quick super jump storage, rather than waiting for him to go down the slope and us catching up to him. But I want to point out that the specific roll that I did earlier and the timing based on when the Crusher is coming down was also to make sure that Diddy is in this specific position. Now this isn't necessary to make the trick itself work, but if we can get Diddy facing to the right and end up close to the top of the slope here at the point where DK takes damage, we can save up to an additional 10 frames for him not needing to, take the time to teleport to DK before you gain control of him. So just to watch that real quick, you'll see as I jump up there with DK, Diddy follows me right up there. Now if I were to jump up there too early, Diddy will turn to the left and we won't get that time save. And if you jump up there too late, I don't remember what happens. Maybe you just don't take damage on the slope or something. But anyways, we want to ideally have Diddy up there so that when we gain control of him, we gain control faster. Now with the old strat, we were able to simply just run into the Crusher, take damage as Diddy, and bounce on the Crusher as DK. With this strat, for whatever reason, DK doesn't have as much momentum when you take damage in that way. So if you were to do that, most of the time he can't catch up to the Crusher to bounce on it into the barrel. So what we have to do alternatively is do a back boost. And I usually time it when Diddy's toe touches the bottom of the step. Just do a max jump. The moment before we hit the Crusher, tap right, let go. Boom, get the back boost. And then just bounce on the Crusher into the barrel. But yeah, the tricky things there are just recognizing that you need to do ground pounds on the slope to make sure that you're stalling out and, able to allow that Crusher to catch up to you, as well as, doing a specific roll pattern to allow Diddy to end up at the top of the slope, facing right as you take damage. But yeah, if you do that properly, it should save about half a second over doing the previous strat optimally. So yeah, thanks for watching.